So this is instead of the 12 days of Christmas, these are the 12 cars of 2023.
There we go. I love it.
First up on deck, this one makes me sad because I feel like it's like when a new friend just shows up and then they're like, oh, they moved to a different town, and you're like, what the heck? So first car
She goes
that's
to
leaving
a different school. That's what that reminded me of.
Yes.
Oh no, for real?
It's the NSX. Yep, the NSX is being discontinued. I feel the same because I thought it was the first time. I thought this was the first year it came out, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah,
it's done now.
I knew it's been out since like 2017 or something like that.
Yeah, I think 18, somewhere around
18
there.
maybe. This one looks cool though. I've never seen one looking this nice.
Yeah, I think this must be the last generation of it.
That's probably why they're like, nobody pays attention to us.
Probably
we're leaving.
I mean, it sucks because it's not as iconic as the old. I mean, it didn't have a chance to as the old NSX, but it just kind of always felt like a video game car to me. It had so much cool technology in it, but it always just kind of looked like the Grand Theft Auto car or something like that.
It was a hybrid too, wasn't it? Kind of low horsepower.
I don't think it was low horsepower, but it was a hybrid.
Because the first one was twin turbo. Wait a minute. It was an NAV6 rear engine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the first one wasn't necessarily like crazy special super high horsepower supercar anyways.
This thing was no slouch. The 2022 Acura NSX, the MSRP was $170,000. It's a 3.5 liter V6 that pushed out 520 horsepower.
Oh. So it's like a rear engine GTR
it's like a Ferrari. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
I wonder why. Just sales,
probably
maybe?
because it's been out and we're just now talking about it.
Yeah, I guess so. It has
Not that
never
we're
been a
selling
topic
these,
of
but-
conversation.
But yeah. So anyway, the NSX, that is the
Bummer.
first car that's leaving. Second up, and the one that's near and dear to my heart. Oh shoot, you can see the thumbnails.
I know. I kind of got the preview
That's
of.
a bummer. The Chevy Spark.
You should
Not
be able to
that
hide the
anybody
thumbnails,
cares
can't you?
at all. Yeah, but I don't know how I'm going to get to the next things.
You just do like the down arrow.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Dope. Ha,
There
you
you
can't
go.
see them now.
Okay.
I can computer.
Chevy
okay,
Spark?
so the
They still
Chevy
making
Spark
those?
is going away. Yeah, and the Chevy Spark. I think the only thing that's cool about the Chevy Spark is that one time they used it in a music video where they had all the paddles and stuff, and it like played the song. Do you remember that video?
Dude, that was a Spark.
Yes, that was the Spark. They're
That
all like
was
sitting on the
awesome.
outside of it. Yeah, so that's the only thing Sparks have ever been really good
We
for.
need to
but
cut a clip of that in because there's a lot of you youngins
Yes.
who probably have no idea what we're talking about here.
Yes.
Needing is one thing, and getting's another.
So, okay, car number 2, Chevy Spark. Car number 3, another shocking and sad one. The Ford GT.
Oh,
Right?
well, okay.
Ooh.
Sucks.
Ooh.
But they just kind of like bring us back every once in a while anyways, right? They haven't been
I know.
consistently every year making one of these, right?
I know. No, they haven't. It's been, I mean, it was the previous generation and then nothing. And then this guy came out with like the Angry Birds rear lights and like that debuted, whatever it was, like 2-3 years ago. And yeah, it's going away for a little while
Sick
again, which is
car.
fine.
Sick,
Did you
sick
see,
car.
this is a side note, recently, did you see there was just the, I think it was like a week ago, they set the new fastest street legal car record with the Ford
No.
GT. It was an
Really?
old GT40. They did 310 miles an hour.
What?
Yeah.
In a street legal car?
Yeah, well, maybe next
That's
week's episode
insane.
we'll go through it and we'll do a complete video breakdown. Yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah, we
looking.
should definitely do that. That is insane. That sounds
but anyway.
so scary. You know what the problem is with
Yeah.
the Ford GT and the Acura?
Hmm.
The buy-in price is too high for it to be
Yeah.
popular. Like, look at
Yeah.
the C8 Corvette and the success that it's had. Like,
Yep.
I bet everybody listening probably knows somebody or knows somebody who owns a C8 Corvette.
Right.
Like, they're
right.
so accessible. You can get one from like $60,000 to $100,000, and if you're shopping for like a car of that caliber, that's pretty affordable.
Right.
So
Right. It's really
I
not
see,
bad
like-
because you're talking about you got like all these 6-figure cars. I mean, it's probably the same reason, or at least a big contributing factor to why the Viper's not around anymore. Is there just wasn't
Right.
enough people to justify
well,
it.
if you're going to spend $170,000 on a supercar, are you going to buy an Acura? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Like, no offense to Acura, but
No,
You're
the nostalgia's
probably-
not. I mean, that's where like the Nissan 400 came in perfect. It seemed, or the Nissan Z. I don't know what they
Right.
call it. I think it's a 400, but
Yeah.
like that came in because it's still all the people who are nostalgic about it and excited
Mhm.
about it can get
Even
it
the
because it's
Supra.
attainable. Yeah,
same
even the
deal.
Supra.
The Supra
Yeah.
didn't come up as some crazy supercar. Like,
That's a great point, actually.
Like they cut corners. People hated it because they partnered with BMW to save money and all this stuff, but they were able to deliver
but it worked.
a true like next gen of the Supra for like $50,000. I think the MSRP was when it first came out. And now they're coming out with the stuff people like with a manual transmission and different stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point because like I would have put, like if I was talking older JDM cars, I would have put Supra and NSX in a similar bracket. And now an NSX is 3 times the cost of a Supra. So if you're going to get the same like JDM nostalgia stuff, obviously the NSX is a higher performing car from the factory. It's built to
a
be,
different caliber.
But it's almost like they used the wrong branding for it. You know, it's like they pitched it as something that it really wasn't. And then Toyota was able to come in and be like, hey, we can do that for like normal car money, and then people gravitated towards that. So,
what's interesting,
basically the Supra is the Corvette of the JDM market is what you're saying to me.
Supra is the Corvette. Yeah. Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. The Ford GT though, they also did some weird stuff with like they were trying to be so exclusive to keep the value of the cars up that they like, remember they sued John Cena.
I don't remember that. No.
Okay, I might. This is probably 70% factual, 30% bro science, but I'm like pretty sure because they would like select who could buy the cars, right? Like you couldn't just go to Ford and be like, I want a Ford GT because I have $250,000 or whatever they cost.
Right.
Like you had to get allocation, which is pretty common amongst like super high performance cars or limited release cars. You got to buy an allocation. A lot of you can get them if you're a dealer, but people like literally trade allocations, like sell allocations for cars.
Right.
So anyways, there was however many people were able to buy this one. And then I remember John Cena was one, and like part of the agreement or whatever, like in order to get it, you had to sign that like you weren't going to sell it for a certain amount of time because it was like an anti-flipping rule because that was so common with every supercar. Like you could, the people who could get the allocations would either flip the allocations or actually buy the car and then flip the car because nobody else could get it. You wanted to be exclusive. And I'm pretty sure John Cena did it, and then I'm pretty sure Ford sued him.
You're right.
Someone
it was in 2017. I just looked it up while you're doing this. It was in 2017. The base price of a GT. Do you know what the base price of these things was?
Is it not 250,000?
No, it's double that. It's 478,000.
What the heck?
No. Could you imagine spending that on a Ford?
Paying that. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty spectacular Ford, but still.
Valid. Yeah. So anyway, so you're 100% right. Yeah, it was that. And then he took delivery of an all-new 2017 GT, and then he sold the car just a few months later, and doing so, he violated the sales agreement when Ford GTs were for hand-picked customers. But
this dude's pissing off Ford and China in the same year. Not
Isn't
smart.
he more pissing off America? And he's like, with China?
Maybe.
Thought it was like that way around.
I forgot to deal with that.
Since this short is going to be on a Chinese app. Then. So anyway, the next car,
this one's
the
not
Hyundai Veloster.
This one's going away?
This one's going away.
Dude,
and it's
Austin's going to be so sad.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, we got to kill him.
That's such a bummer.
So Austin, we're so sorry, man. So it was interesting because the article I was reading about this too, it says this is the first year that they had, like it was brought into the N division and it got all that life breathed back into it.
Yeah.
But I guess there's just not, which this is weird to me. There's just not a market, I guess, for the 3-door hatch thing because it doesn't have the rear door. It's like the weird coupe with the back. And so apparently there's not a great market for it. So.
It does have a rear door on the other side. Do you know that?
What? Oh, is that why they call it a 3-door? So they're not counting the back?
Yeah.
That's so freaking weird.
So I don't know what the thinking was behind that. Of like maybe just some dude at Hyundai's like, it's for the aesthetic.
That's so weird. Or you had two different departments, and one's like it's a coupe, and then the other guy's like, no, it's a sedan, and then they're like, well, I just already made the whole side.
They're like, you get to design the left side, you get to design the right side, and they called it even.
Yeah,
and that's what you get. Yeah, I always thought that was funny that like you get this clean coupe look on the driver's side, and then on the other side you get like the passenger door, which I guess kind of makes sense if you're thinking about it practically. If you are driving people around. Anytime somebody's getting out of the car, then is going to be in the non-traffic side. If you're parking on the street, so your passengers are going to be less at risk. You're getting,
That's true.
Kids out
that
of the
is
back.
a good point.
Kids can't like jump out into traffic; they have to get out on the other side. So maybe there was. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and assume they put that much thought into it.
Here's a question for that. Then I wonder if the UK version of the car has the door on the other side.
Yeah, right. Is it split? I don't know. Someone Google it.
These are the hard-hitting facts that we.
This is what we need to Hyundai. We need to know. Got a list of questions that need
on
answers.
A very different note, the next car that is being discontinued in 2023. This list is all over the place.
Yeah, it has been so far.
The Aventador.
Okay.
Right?
Wait, the Aventador is okay. I have a similar question.
So my first question was, I didn't know it still was around.
I thought the last Aventador they made was in like 2015.
So did I. I thought they were all used at this point. Could you imagine like flashing your brand new Aventador? We're like, dude, sick 5-year-old supercar. And they're
like,
no.
Why don't you get a Huracan? Like, it's brand new. This is like the January reminder. This is like the January I'm poor reminder that I didn't know they still made Aventadors.
yes. So apparently this thing's been around for a decade, and they've had a bunch of different versions of it and everything. But apparently, I think it says this is the last like gas only V12 Lamborghini that's being made, because they're augmenting it with some other stuff for others. But
this is the last end of vertical door Lamborghini right now, because the Huracan and the Urus are the only two, and those are just regular doors.
Are those the only two? Those aren't the only two Lamborghini. I mean, it's the only two Lamborghinis you'll ever see. The rest of them are in collections, but they've got.
Do they make other ones?
They just did the Countach this year. They did a rerun of the Countach for a single year.
Was that real though?
Supposedly,
like, did they actually make and deliver them?
According to this, they did. It doesn't say how many though. There was a limited run. It was a 7-figure Lamborghini though, so I mean, it wasn't like it was a regular Lamborghini cost. Right. But it looked amazing. Have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't drag it in there anyway. So I'm glad you.
They also did the Google this since you're under the screen already. Google this Lamborghini Centauro.
Can't, because it's not on that screen, but I know which one you're talking about.
Not
I'll put a picture here.
I was just wanting for you to pull
just
it up.
To do it,
just for you to see it, and you can react to it. Everybody else can Google it. Pause and go Google it.
What's it
or
called?
You can edit it in.
I'll post it in here.
Or something like that.
Oh yeah, that one's sick. Oh, it just looks like a
hypercar.
Well, it kind of looks like just a body kitted Huracan.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong thing? Oh, I'm
thinking of the single seat one. Is that what you're thinking of? The jet one?
Yeah. What one was that called?
Not
Superleggera, because that's just a version.
Is it the one with the V? I don't know. That's Lamborghini's problem. You can't friggin' say their names.
Oh, since we're talking about Lamborghini
right now.
Oh, Veneno. Yes, Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Dude, that thing. Oh, that is a freaking crazy looking car.
Okay. Oh yeah, that one. That's the one I was thinking of. Anyway, let's cover that on a future one. We're making editing a nightmare for this, and we're already getting so sidetracked. Sorry. No, it's good. So then the last car that's going away is not that one. The last car that's going away, the Veloster again, is the Passat. The Passat is going away.
Oh, interesting. So they're going full Jetta, right? They're leaning in.
Yep. Yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't think the CC exists anymore either. But so I thought that was interesting. So those are the 6 cars that are going away in 2023.
The CC was replaced with the Arteon.
Okay.
If you know that Volkswagen, and the Arteon is basically like the Volkswagen version of like a S6.
Yep.
Same type of size and styling and stuff like that. Just a little more. I still don't like. We've talked about this before, like because Volkswagen leans so hard into performance stuff too.
Yep.
Even though they're like the generic brand, they're like the dollar store version of Audi, which I can say because I own both, so I can say that.
Yep. But I kind of do too, but the other way.
Yeah. Right. But like. It's interesting because like Volkswagen will come out with like their Golf R is essentially the same thing as the S3, but they don't have like a RS version, which makes sense.
Yep.
But then they have like GLI versions, and they have like the Arteon is like kind of competition for an S6. But if you're going to buy an A6, S6, you're not going to buy an Arteon. Like you're likely not shopping both.
Because it's not though. It's really interesting because like even comparing like my Q7 and a Touareg are the same exact thing. And like they're the same exact, but the features that they came with year for year are very different. Like the Audi comes with a lot of different features that the Volkswagen just didn't until like 3 years later. So it's weird that like even they share the same exact engine and they have a lot of the same exact things to it, but then there's like other things that aren't interchangeable at all and weren't even like the adaptive cruise wasn't even available on the Touareg until the last year, 2016, and it was only on like one trim level and it was super rare. But on Q7s they did it from 2010 on at different trim levels and stuff, and it's like it's just weird that there's like little things like that. There's more power in the Audi one for no reason. It's the same exact engine. Like there's just weird little things like that, which maybe there's not. Maybe it's just marketing and I fell for it. Who knows? But here we are. So anyway,
it's algorithmic marketing that's like based on the stuff you'll respond to. They say all the positive stuff about the Audi, based on all the stuff the Volkswagen people will say.
Yeah, exactly. So those are 6 cars that are going away. So
Okay.
now the good news.
What are we getting?
So
You're depressing us.
dude, we're getting some great things. I didn't include any weird ones. I wish I would have included some weird ones. So first up is we have a new. Oh, I need to hide the sidebar. Hold on. There we go.
Whoa! Oh, this is the Mustang.
This is the new. So we are getting a new generation of Mustang, the S650.
Not gonna lie, I thought we were looking at a new Camaro.
Hilarious because the Camaro is being discontinued in 2024. So there's a whole bunch of memes about like Mustang owners in 2023 being all excited, and then the Camaro owners just upset that they get one more year. But so this thing's interesting. This is not only is it a gorgeous looking new Mustang. It comes in two different engines, and then there's the special mode. So we've got the EcoBoost, the 2.3 EcoBoost still, the 5.0 Coyote, but they're both going to be part hybrid. And there's rumors that we might be looking at all-wheel drive Mustangs now.
What?
Which is really interesting. Which might solve the crowd control problem. So that's
okay.
Boom. We're just not light on Ford, are we? It's just Ford and BMW can't catch a break. So that's pretty cool.
Sick though.
And then the coolest of them all is the Dark Horse that's coming out in 2023, which is the crazy. We still haven't done a deep dive on it, I think, but it's got a ton of power and it's built right and it sounds glorious. And that's
kind of
all
like
I know off the top of my head.
Hellcat, right?
Yeah, essentially. I think it's their solution to Hellcat, which is funny because it's like they're getting in the game and then all the other cars are like, hey, we had to discontinue ours already, dude. And they're like, yeah, but we're faster now. It's like, okay,
they're
guy.
coming in at the final hour. Yeah.
So
that's
anyway,
just like we've been ruling that land for the last decade. And now you come in with like this competitor. Yeah.
Yes. So speaking of Camaros, their big brother is coming out with a new version, the Z06 this year, which has been long awaited. That's a gorgeous car. I actually haven't spent a lot of time looking at this photo. So this is
Roadster too.
Yeah, dude. So the Z06, for those who are not familiar, that is with the smaller engine, the 5.5 liter flat plane crank engine. Very similar to a Ferrari engine. It's got 670 horsepower, naturally aspirated at 8,400 RPM, which is nuts.
Put in a link for the episode where we did the breakdown of how they built this engine. You guys are going to want to watch that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll plug it in.
Chevy
I'll plug in the thumbnail
and
for
GM may or may not have done a little bit of eBay shopping from
dude,
Ferrari
I forgot.
to build this car. And if you've heard one, go Google one. We won't edit it. Maybe we'll edit it. Maybe we won't. We'll find out. But go Google it. Listen to. You got to make sure it's the Z06. Yeah. It literally sounds like a baby Ferrari. It's insane.
And also, you think that we're kidding when we brought up the eBay thing, but go listen to the episode.
No, that's legit.
It's nuts.
Yeah, go listen to that one.
So this car, so far, 2 for 2. The third car that's coming this year.
Yes.
The Corolla GR. This is the one that I'm most excited about. I think this is the one, like, money aside for him, just like fun factor, I think this one will be probably the most fun. So this car,
just
again,
seems
for those,
like something you can rip around so hard for some reason. Like, it seems like you can just like throw it into a wall and just keep going.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, you could totally see that whole rear bumper get ripped off, but it's still having a great time. Yep. Like, and so for those who don't know, or don't remember, we covered this on a past episode too. I'll have to plug that episode number 2. I'll link them all below. But this guy, it has a whopping 1.6 liter 3-cylinder engine, pushing out 300 freaking horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive.
Insane.
And it only comes in a 6-speed. So it's pretty much.
Oh, I didn't know it only came 6-speed.
Yeah, only 6-speed.
That's beautiful.
It's wonderful. So it's just like, it's basically the WRX that Subaru didn't let us have. So it's awesome. I want to drive one really bad, and they're coming this year. So we're going to start seeing these puppies ripping around. I wonder what the stereotype's going to be. Are they going to fall into Focus territory? Are they going to be super little brother?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to be like the big... I mean, obviously, it's the WRX at STI, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that anyways. At Subaru. Right. So I wonder who they're going to step on. Like, who's trading in for this? Is it going to be, like you said, maybe it is former STI WRX owners, or is it Focus RS guys, or is it... I could see GTI guys trading in for something like this, because it is all-wheel drive. True. You can do the Golf R, but you can go from a GTI to this. Yep. It's probably more fuel efficient. It's probably a little bit more fun. And all-wheel drive. It's going to be a lot more reliable if you're a GTI guy. So you're going to appreciate that. So interesting.
So this guy's coming. Very excited about that. The next car, I had a wild card. I thought I didn't have a wild card for the new ones. I do. Is the Ferrari SUV.
Dude. Yeah.
What is... Really? That's your reaction to this?
Yeah. Ferrari's making an SUV. We ain't got a choice. We're ordering these. Drake.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I don't even know what you're saying right now. So yeah, this is the... Do you know how to say the name?
I don't even know the name.
The Puro Sangu. Some Italian dude's just rolling in his grave right now. It's a V12 naturally aspirated engine. So that's cool. It's still very Ferrari. It just looks like a stretched vertically version of the other Ferrari that looks like this. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Ferrari names.
F8 Tributo.
It's not
it
that
does look
one.
like that. No?
It's not that one. No, I'm thinking of, it's from the back that it looks like it. This also has the Angry Birds lights in the back. Like the circle ones.
Oh, it looks like the FF.
No, I don't think it's the FF. Ferrari FF. Let's see if that's what we're talking about. It is what we're talking about. Good job.
Yeah.
Great job. It does look exactly like a Ferrari FF, just taller.
Hold on. You're going to be like 458. The Ferrari blah, 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 F8 Tributo. The Ferrari, whatever this one is, a spaghetti bolognese. And then FF. What do we call it? I don't know. Just put an F twice.
I still love that they got away with Ferrari LaFerrari.
yeah. Well, that one's supposed to be like the pinnacle. It's like the one named after the brand because it's supposed to be like everything that's perfect about the brand. But that is funny because nobody else does that. Ferrari LaFerrari. If you'd be like Lamborghini la Lamborghini. Or like
Toyota.
Porsche de Porsche. Porsche de Porsche.
Porsche would do that for sure.
Yeah.
That feels like a Porsche thing to do.
That seems on brand.
So there's
it's more on brand for Ferrari for sure, though.
It is 100% on brand with the car company that will blacklist people just for putting wraps on their car.
Yeah, I think the same about this as I did about the Urus. I didn't particularly like the Urus when it first came out. I thought it looked a little wonky. Yeah, like it looked like a stretched Huracan that they threw extra doors on. Like it just looked a little bit funky. And now it's like I want one. Like they're super sick. So,
oh really? You want to know funny? This is how I feel about the Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah,
I think I hated it. Like when they came out, I'm like, guys, like you make cool cars. Make cool cars. You don't need to make an SUV. Yeah. And then I learned that it is just a Q8, and it's just a rebranded Q8. And then I'm like,
Q8.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, well, I want an RSQ8 now. I don't even want the Lamborghini thing. The Lamborghini thing just feels like a dumb rebadged little whatever thing. The RSQ8 I trust that more, even though it probably is the same car. I think it's like Audi has business doing that. Lamborghini does not have business doing that. I will not change on this point. I don't feel good about it.
No, it is definitely more an Audi than it is a Lamborghini. That was kind of like the super thing, right? Where they're like, let's just like, sure, could we do another V12? Sure. But let's do the same thing. But that being said, the RSQ8 you can get for half the cost of a Urus for essentially, performance wise, essentially the same car.
And I think it looks better.
I was going to say, they look pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to beat the look
factor,
of it.
You're not going to beat the Urus. Like wow factor, like flex status, you're not going to beat the Urus. But if you're like apples to apples performance,
if you're somewhere and you're like, oh, check out my key, and it's like, oh, Lamborghini, they don't think you want to ever be like, so anyway, do you want to ride in the back?
I got 4 seats.
Weird. I know it's just weird. I don't know. This at least
I will say if it's 4 doors.
Or family transportation. The fact that this I think this does a better job than the Lamborghini of like making the supercar SUV because it looks very sporty still. I don't know, it's just weird. I don't feel good about it. Anyway, last car that's coming, and one of the cooler ones I think on the list is Audi is bringing us the A6 e-tron this year.
Whoa.
This guy
it looks cool.
Supposedly there's going to be an Avant version as well. This looks like more of a sedan. But it's going to have 430 miles of range. They're doing a lot of like cold weather testing stuff too. So I learned this recently. Apparently in the cold, you'll lose about 30% of your electric car range. So they've been doing a lot of testing to try to overcome that, but this is coming this year. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting. I like the e-tron program. It's kind of funny before I forgot about this car. We were talking about the Q8 before, but yeah, no, it's a cool program for sure. Especially, I mean, lest we say Hunatron again. They're doing some great stuff.
Yeah, they're doing some, the e-tron of the electric car branding stuff. Like they're doing some cool stuff. I'm still waiting to be sold on the practicality of one in day-to-day life for like a normal person. You know?
Yeah.
But it's cool
for sure.
Either way.
I could see it for your job where you're traveling around a lot. But I mean, even then, I imagine part of your day is made less boring because you can drop a gear and disappear legally.
Yeah. Well,
but,
also like, I got to stop for 45 minutes. Like I drove like 300 miles today.
Yeah.
So
well, you'd be fine with this Audi. You could do 430 in this thing, but
true.
It feels like the stress of that, and like if you had another appointment come up that was going to take out of that, like it would result in a lot longer of a recharge.
And it's the same thing with like my car is rated at like 31 miles a gallon, but I average 21. Like it's the same thing where it might be able to get 438 miles range if you're driving Miss Daisy, but
valid.
If you want to have some fun, it's like I have 100 miles. That was like the whole joke with the Ford Lightning, the electric truck, and all the other electric ones is like 12,000 pound towing capacity. It's like for 45 feet because your battery burns out.
Right,
it's like it's too much. So, hey, this is a lot of good new cars coming. Not necessarily old cars leaving, but some of them I'm not too upset about. Some of them I am. I've got a car you didn't mention, which I'm surprised isn't on the list, honestly.
Okay.
A new car coming in 2023.
It's a new one. Okay.
Well, it's okay. It is okay. Well, I'll kind of give it away. It's similar to the GR Yaris, where like they've been making it, but this is like the next best version of it. So
please share, because I'm excited, because that you slipped something about that before we started recording.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a Supra. Maybe it's a Supra.
Nope. But I'll give you some hints. It has more power than all of the models of the Honda Civic up to the SI. It matches the SI. Okay. More power than the Hyundai Elantra. Wow. Let's go Elantra. Let's just say Elantra. There's more power than the Elantra. All of the models except for the N. The N has 276 horsepower out of nowhere. I had no idea. That's a lot.
Wow.
It's got more power than a Volkswagen Jetta, then a Mazda MX-5 Miata, then a Mazda 3. More power than the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and more power than the new Mini Cooper S. So
I gotta be honest, you're not naming the most impressive cars.
No, well, but I'm naming.
Is it a version of the GT86?
It is the 2023 Toyota Prius.
Wait, what?
It has that now. So those cars aren't that impressive.
But bury the lead. Okay, it's impressive now.
So, and then let me show you this from the GR division. Let me show you some.
Wait.
Images.
There's a GR Prius now.
Oh, look at this,
dude. Okay, that looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty awesome, right?
That's pretty neat.
Can you can see it pretty good?
Yeah,
pretty well.
Is that
okay?
So is
Here
that?
We go.
Yeah, open them all up in a preview window, and then you can just shuffle through them. It'll make it easier later. Okay, so is that
okay? There we go. So this one's digitally modified.
Okay. That's like,
with a minute. RPF ones, right?
Yeah.
Slammed. This looks okay. Granted,
that
Prius,
looks awesome.
They shaved the rear door handles too, so it's like a coupe. Looks sick.
It looks amazing.
So yeah, here's renderings. Like it's got the triple exhaust, just like the GR Yaris.
I'm a huge fan.
Well, look at this.
That looks wow.
Okay, so
is this this actually real?
Okay, so I'm catfishing a little bit.
Okay. No.
GR they're not making a GR version. Okay, but
what the heck?
But there is a new Prius. All the power stuff I was talking about is 100% accurate. But this is the new Prius. It still looks awesome.
Oh, so you thought you had to put the makeup on it for me to be attracted to it?
Yes, I did. 100%. So they've reimagined, completely reimagined, for the first time in ever, have changed this car. It doesn't have the weird rear window anymore, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. The little, like
it's still a hatchback. Still a hatchback. Still practical as far as that goes, but the lines and everything look good. The rear looks good. The front looks good. It looks like that, like futuristic-y, like hybrid, which makes sense because Prius is like the OG, you know,
right,
of these things. Like,
well, Prius is like started this whole trend. It felt like Prius is were the one that kind of went into hybrid territory, and everybody's like, wait, what do you mean it's a hybrid? That's weird. And then like everybody dogged on it for forever. Wow, that's sweet.
Okay, this is another rendering. Someone did like an off-road. I
love the way the front lights, this whole like integrating body lines into front lights. I love it. Looks so cool. But the back end, can you get another back end shot of this thing up? It looks so nice. Like the way they have the little spoiler tucked in there. It looks so good. And even the body line coming down. I mean, I asked for one photo and you showed every other. There it is.
No, it's all good. Found it.
Like the way the fender lines come in through the back. And then it's got like the little up, like the up scoop spoiler thing.
Yep.
It looks really, really
And
good.
it does have the shaved door handle, like it's up here, like a CRV.
Oh, no way. I thought that
You know?
was just in the rendering, like a added thing. That's actually how it is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it has a pretty aggressive body line in the back too. Like pretty
does.
chunky fenders.
Like I would, with the new way that looks, I would absolutely believe this. Because
Oh yeah, 100%.
the funny thing is, the Priuses now have a power mode, like a sport
what?
mode, essentially. I don't know if you knew that.
What does
And-
that do on a Prius?
It gives 100% of the gas and the electric motor,
Really?
all in one. And I don't know exactly how the CVT, how the CVT, how
Okay.
that all works exactly, but it tightens it up. I did it and spun the
Interesting.
front wheels on it, believe it or
Really?
not. Yeah.
No way.
So my in-laws
That's
have
awesome.
I think it's a 2017 or something like that, 2018.
Okay.
And it'll
That's
go.
nuts.
It scoots for I mean, it's not what you'd expect,
Dude.
right? But
Right,
faster than
right.
all those cars I mentioned. So now that we've looked at it again, faster than the Civic. It's as fast as the Civic Si. It's about the same.
Wow.
It's 196 horsepower. Civic Si is 200. Like 2023,
Okay.
not like old model.
Okay.
Elantra, Jetta, MX-5 Miata, Mazda 3,
Wow.
Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and the Mini Cooper S. So
And it gets between 50 and 56 miles per gallon, according to Google.
yeah,
So, dude,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, to have that mileage, I can't believe I'm saying this sentence out loud, but to have that kind of power, to have like that,
I got
that
him to
level
say
of
it.
car, you're like, yes, I win the bet. I'll get $5. Like to have those kind of features look like that, have the potential of, I mean, even seeing that rendering with that little fender flare in the back, the bigger like Vossen looking wheels, like
Mhm.
it's a cool look. And like Priuses aren't, I don't know what Priuses cost brand new, but they're not that bad. And like that's just a
It's like 30
baseline
grand.
Prius now, right? Like that's not, you didn't show me any specialty Prius for that, the one that was like on the road, the regular shots of it and everything. That's just a
I don't
Prius.
know. I don't know.
No.
I doubt
Well,
the
still.
base model comes with like 18s, whatever those are.
Oh yeah, but let's be honest. If you're buying this car because you're going to modify it, you're replacing wheels anyway. So don't waste your time on the factory package unless you need the interior options and stuff. But
what percentage of people are buying a brand new Prius to modify it? Maybe more people now. Maybe
yeah,
more people
more
now.